Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. OMNI everywhere. Thank you for tuning into my 2,729th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Traders, markets are starting to move. Remember, it's very risky. Put your stops in first. Never, ever trade without protective stops. A stop is your best friend in this business. Let's get moving right away. This video coming at you on a Tuesday night for trading Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024. And I want to just get right into what's happening on the board. I am not going to take any other time from you. Please like, share, and subscribe to these videos. Hit the like button. It helps with the algorithms. Let's talk about markets. The landscape, number one on the board, the landscape is quickly shifting to more bearish conditions in our OMNI, S&P, NASDAQ, Russell, Dow, Transportation Average, the whole gamut. I will show you the charts. It's just like that. The landscape is starting to change. Number two, no on the question, was Bitcoin in a bull flag? Obviously not. It broke down big time, right? The jury is still out on whether or not NQ was in a bull flag. However, it's not looking good. Why? I've got a red OMNI on the board for trading on Wednesday. Now, you traders, give yourselves a round of applause. 75% of you, maybe 76% was the number, thought the market would drop. You were absolutely correct. Personally, I thought Bitcoin was in a bull flag, but I thought the NASDAQ and the indices may have to come down. So we had a red OMNI for trading on Tuesday, and I never doubt my OMNI. So that was one of my reasons. The other reasoning is what you're about to see in this chart segment and involves number three, crude oil. Crude oil is the market's nemesis. It is now 84, 85. It's probably going to 94. And I am telling you right now, these markets are going to have to set back. That setback is likely already started on Tuesday. Then there's number four on the board. Corn, baby. I showed you that corn chart, said where we would get in. We did. It's dropping. We held, and it looks like it will drop lower. Go corn. Crude is the nemesis of the stock market right now. Crude at these high levels is going to beat the crap out of our stock market because it hurts people all over the planet. The high price of crude means that transportation gets expensive. When that gets expensive, it hurts the companies, it hurts everything. It hurts the stock market sees it, and it starts to drop. Now, I will show you charts that at least are depicting where this could go if conditions do not change rapidly, which would require a quick drop in crude. So, traders, I want to get right to the charts. Remember, subscribe to these videos, like and share them right now. There is this. Left you with those two questions yesterday. NASDAQ, is it a bull flag, A, or B, a sell-off coming? NASDAQ slightly still questionable, but I have a feeling you'll be right, the 76% that said sell-off coming. Bitcoin absolutely was a sell-off, and the traders who thought that was going to happen, a round of applause once again. You guys are you traders are very good. My traders are very astute. I mean, great answers. The market did what you thought. Question in tonight's video. Is this the beginning of a deep pullback in the indices? Are we finally getting that? Answer now. A, no, it's going to hold. B, it is the beginning of this deep pullback. Answer now below. I'll wait for just a moment. Thank you for putting your answers below, traders. You only had to type A or B, right? How long could that take? Now, I want to say this to you. I'm going to tell you something I say in every video. Make sure you say it to yourselves, and then we're going to look at some great charts. Are you with me? 1, 2, 3. Stop, sir, in. Emotions are rock and roll, traders. Now make sure you answer A or B. Are we going to hold or are we going to crack? A, hold. B, this is the beginning of the pullback. Let's see your answers. Traders, NASDAQ daily bar, same chart we seen in last night's video. The daily bar was up here, and now it is down here and settled below the flag and below the average And I've got a red Omni for trading on Wednesday, so that's not looking good. Is it a bull flag? Well, it's still slightly questionable, because if it turned around tomorrow and went straight up, it would have been one. But at this moment in time, we have to say absolutely not, and it's been trendline failure coming. But let's look at more charts. E-mini S&P, look what's happened here. We are below that channel, which doesn't usually happen, right? 3 times here, once here, once here. Well, now we're below it. Red Omni once again. And then there is this, the transportation average. It failed once again miserably up here, as it keeps doing every time. Now it's testing this average. Looks like it's going to at least try to come down here, putting more pressure on the stock market. Why would that be? Here is your culprit, traders. Crude oil. When crude oil is down here, it's not so bad. Anything here or lower, it's not so bad. Once you get above this, it starts to put immediate pressure on our stock market. Now, I can almost hear some of you saying, Oscar, isn't this a double top? Why aren't you calling it? Well, let's go look at it. Is this a double top? If it were a double top in crude, then the stock market would probably hold and go back up, and crude would go down. Looks like a double top when you first look at it, right? But let's go out and look at this. Here's the weekly chart. The weekly chart doesn't really indicate that we're at a double top at this point in time, but it does indicate this. Look at how long. This is a weekly. This goes back to 2021, 2022, all the way to now. It never seems to get above that. It is now above this line and above that average. Now, this is a weekly chart. Last time it got above that average, we're talking a good $15, $20 run in crude oil. That would put crude at around 94-ish. If it continues up, that is a serious problem for the stock market. So yes, it looks like we're going to spend a little time going down. And then there is Bitcoin, traders. That looked like a very valid flag above this average, right? Nothing wrong with that. Here is what happened. That is not a flag. You can take that stuff away. It doesn't exist anymore. Not a flag. Failure at the average is what's happening here. And let me just show you one more thing about Bitcoin. You go out to a weekly on Bitcoin, and on that weekly, we've only had one bar settle above the weekly. So here was the old top at 65 a long time ago on the weekly. Every one of these red lines or green lines is a whole week's worth of trading. This is a very long time now. We finally get all the way back up here to test the double top. This bar went up through it, took out stops, and settled below. This one settled below. This one settled below. There's only one bar that settled above that double top, and we are now below it. So the double top is giving us pressure. Watch out for Bitcoin. If the stock market's dropping, Bitcoin will go down with it. And then there is corn, baby. Corn, corn, corn. In last night's video, I said for you grain traders, there is a great signal taking place here. Look at how well this average has kept corn in check. It's a seriously good average on corn, right? So when it gets above it, it can't, and it fails every time. Got above it once for just a little while, and then if it does get above it, it fails at the trend line, right? The whole thing just fits. So I said we have a red Omni, we're going to sell corn. This is what's happened to corn so far. It dropped from here, and let me show you. I'm going to blow it up. That's the exact same chart with Tuesday's bar. Look where it stopped. The high was right there. Down we go, below the average. We're still short corn, and we're expecting lower. Traders, I hope that helps. Make sure you join me in my free trading room at livewithoscar.com. I hope to see you there.